Hello Year 3 and welcome to Wednesday's spelling and handwriting lesson. We're going to continue looking at different ways to make the sound, but before we do so, let's have a look at the Spelling Shed leaderboard. So a huge well done to Summer, Flo and Autumn who sit at the top of the leaderboard, but also a huge well done to Olivia, Ivy, Lola, Kaylee, Oscar, Maisie, Leo, Amelia and Grace. Dojo points to you lot. Now, the Year 2 spelling that we're going to practice today is could. C-O-U-L-D. Which spelling rule can we use to help us remember that, I wonder? We'll come back to that in a moment. And the Year 3-4 word that we're going to practice is calendar. Could contains O-U, lucky, duck. Well done if you remembered that. That's a great way to help us remember that spelling. Calendar, I want us to think of it in 3 different ways. Cal and dar. And do it in a posh way. Sometimes that helps. Calendar. So let's have a check of the week so far. To begin with, on Monday, we looked at the OU spelling, and one of your activities was to group the words into words that made ow with the OU or the OU that made sounds. Okay, and as we were doing so, we established that when OU makes the sound, it is always found in the middle of the words, like we can see here for the word couple and also for the word trouble. We then moved on yesterday to look at another way to make the sound, and that is with the single O. So we looked at words such as another, honey, and glove. Now Year 3, I want you to take 10 seconds to have a little think. Can you remember the letters that often follow the letter O when that O makes the sound? So we said that there were certain letters that often follow the O. Can you remember what they are? A little bit of a clue here. So yeah, it's quite often followed by a V in the case of glove or love. Quite often followed by N as well. So we've got it here for honey or money. And also is quite often followed by TH. So here we've got another, but there is also mother. Let's practice our spellings for the week again together. Remember, all of these spellings are on Spelling Shed. You get access at any time and play lots of fun games. You will see that on the screen at the moment, I'm writing a series of questions. At the moment, I'm writing in an orange pen because these correspond to the orange spellings. Look at the orange spellings and fill in the gap with the correct one. Now, when I'm writing in red, look at the red spellings and do the same. And then there is a single sentence in blue from the blue list and green for the green list. Now, no matter which spellings you are practicing this week, orange, red, blue or green, I want you to have a go at all of these sentences and fill them in. How do we find that, Year 3? Let's check our answers together now. So the first one, it's cold. Put on your hat. Well done. Second one, a single duck floated on the river. The third one, which country do you live in? To multiply by 2 means to double. That's right. Mrs. Smith will be happy if you got that one right. Next one, have you got enough milk? And that's usually no in this house. And finally, Dad did his best to encourage his child, and I'm sure that's the case at home right now. Now Year 3, the next task that I want you to do is to take the rest of the words that were not mentioned in that blankety blank game and create your own sentences for your grown-ups at home. So if you are on red list, we have already used country and double. So that means that you've got 3 more sentences to write, leaving a blank for your spelling word. The same for orange group, you've got 3 sentences to write as well for your other spellings. Blue group, you have 4, and green group, you have 5. Good luck, year 3. Enjoy writing your own blankety blank sentences. Now we're almost getting there. Take your time. And then we've got our love heart here. Now the next step is to take your scissors, again being very sensible with them, especially if you've got younger siblings around, and taking one end of the scissors and piercing a hole through the middle, okay, like this. Wiggle the scissors around a little bit so that we can get them through again. And then this way we can, let's move around for you, we can then cut around and get that middle bit out so that we're just left with this bit here. So now that we've got our heart cut out and we've also got the middle cut out as well, this is when we need our string, okay? So I've got some brown string, you can use white string, you could use ribbon if you wanted to, you could even use wool, anything that you want to wrap around into this heart. So you need, first of all, you need to find the end. And once we've found the end, we are going to thread it through and tie a knot so that we can then begin threading it very carefully all the way around the heart. Let me show you. Now you may find that you're a little bit short of string, and that's okay. It just means that you need to cut off another piece and tie that on and then keep going. Once you've got to this stage, you can colour in between the pieces of string if you want to, or you can leave it nice and simple like this. You may also decide to pierce another hole at the top so that you can attach some string so that it could be hung maybe from a window or somewhere in your bedroom. Or you could then always send it to a relative who might really appreciate it, especially the times we're going through at the moment. Now that we've worked on those fine motor skills, let's practice our handwriting for today. So like last week, we are going to practice the OU join. So going round to the O, horizontally across and into the lowercase u before finishing with a flick. Round into the O, horizontally across down into the U, and finishing with a flick. The first word that we are going to practice is, did you guess it? Young. So you can see that the Y is a break letter in our handwriting scheme. So we take our pen off the page after Y. The rest of the letters in Young, we don't, however, they are all joined. So we don't take our pen off again until we finish with the descender on G. Next word is touch. Now I want you to pay particular attention to the placement, the height of your lowercase t. It's not as tall as an ascender, but it is taller than the rest of the small letters. It should come halfway between those. Country has no break letters whatsoever. For this one, I want you to pay particular attention to that little dip in the R, which then allows us to go into the Y. It's something that we've spoken about quite a lot in class. Try and dip down just enough so that it allows you to join to that Y in the correct way. And the last word that we are going to practice begins with an ascender for the D, and it is double. So we're going to go up into another ascender for the B to touch the line above, come back down, back up again into our L, and finish with our E. Now it's your turn, Year 3. Thank you, and I will see you tomorrow.